Well, after having a brain fart or two, messing with that starter on this lawnmower, I realized that that may not be the problem. I had diagnosed this last fall with a full intention of checking the valve adjustment on this thing. And I just plumb forgot about it this year. I get out there, I fire it up, it runs, you know, I'll go do my thing with it. And then it don't want to crank, you know, go, and it get on that compression stroke and just stop. And here I am thinking it's a weak battery. Here I am thinking it's a bad starter and all that, where it might not be either one. What it might be is the valves being out of adjustment, the rocker arms on here being loose. This overhead valve or overhead cam. So if I'm correct in my diagnosis here, when I pull this valve cover off, we should find that the rocker arms, or at least one of them, is real loose. And what's happening then is whenever the piston comes up on that compression stroke, the rocker arm is so loose that it hasn't had a chance yet to open a valve, and this thing is trying to compress way more than it should. And that valve should be opening sooner, and the valve isn't opening sooner because the rocker arm is loose. We're going to see. I may be totally wrong. I might be right in my diagnosis first time, got a weak starter, but I don't think so. I believe that what we've got here is a case where the valves may be out of adjustment. So let's get into it and see what we can find out. All right, let me show this to you. And I did remember will impact this thing. Oh, that makes it so much faster. Look at that. Man, I love this whole thing. Well, I forgot to put a catch pan down there. Oh well. Okay, so I decided I'm going to pull the spark plug to make this engine easy to turn over by hand so that I can bring the piston up to top dead center on the compression stroke, because they say that's the way you're supposed to do it. So that's what I do. I try to get up here on the top dead center of the compression stroke. I put my spark plug back in and I'm ready for testing. Let's see what happens. Let's see. Well, I've got this old set of jumper cables that I've just about burned up. So I'm gonna try to see if I can get this engine to turn over. Don't know if it will or not, but at least we've got our valves adjusted according to the way they say you're supposed to do it. And it just won't do it. So I'm sitting here saying, "Dadgum, what am I going to do now?" I'm sitting here scratching my butt, scratching my head, trying to figure out what is it. So I decided to go ahead and I said, well, maybe it'd help if I hook a spark plug up instead of leaving the wire hanging. But no, that ain't gonna let it start. So I ain't got enough oomph to turn it over. Now I'm thinking the battery may be weak. I'm thinking, well, let me pull the spark plug, and crack, of course, I broke the dadgum spark plug. Well, now what I got to do? Now I got to go to the dadgum auto parts store
and get a new spark plug. And I reckon while I'm out, I might as well get me a daggum new set of jumper cables, just enough to get me through this project right here. Dadgummit. Never fails.
Okay, we've got the spark plug out of it. We'll check, see if the starter will turn over. I don't think anything's wrong with that starter.
Of course, this lawnmower probably start if I had hooked up the red wire back onto that starter so that whenever I'm putting my jumper cables on there, I'm getting electricity to my coil. But no, I didn't even think about that. So it ain't gonna start. It ain't gonna start till I get some power to it. And as you can see, man, I still ain't got them valves adjusted right. So I tried to do it the way that everybody said do it. I figured, by God, I just need to do it my darn way. So I decided what I'd do is I would adjust them valves the way I want to do it instead of the way somebody else says do it. And what I mean by that is, what I did is when I went to adjust them, I made sure that one of the rocker arms was pushing down on one of the valves, which meant the other one was at its most relaxed point. And then that's when I put the aluminum feeler gauge in there and got her set at about 3 to 4 thousandths. That's about what a beer can is. And then once I did that, once I finally got the daggum valves adjusted right, then the thing would run. But man, you talk about aggravating. Man, that is aggravating. Of course, like I said, if I would put that red wire back on that starter, that gun thing would probably crank. While I went to check the gap on my spark plug, I realized, oh, I need to put that wire on there.
Well, that's got the mower running again. I'm still back to square one where I'm worried about it not being able to move with me. So I'm going to see if one of the boys said, Jack, that brake might be hung up on it. So let's see if we can make this thing move. I don't know.
So the problem I've been having with the mower is that whenever I'm trying to make it drive, pull me around, it'd do all right for a minute or two, and then it just starts getting really slow. So I don't know if I've got a belt that's slipping, but I think I might be a little bit low on oil in that transaxle. So I'm gonna try to add a little oil to it on the next video and see if that might be the problem. I don't know yet. But you're going to see I drive it around the yard. It drives all right. And then after just a couple of minutes, it just don't hardly want to go. Now I want you to watch as I'm driving around up there. And I'm trying to go full blast the whole time. It goes pretty quick right there. But just watch, it's going to start slowing down with me. And you can hear, I think, you can hear the pump whining like it might be low on fluid. I'm asking it to go as fast as it'll go, and it just don't want to. I mean, I've got my foot all the way down on the pedal, and it just don't hardly want to go.
Well, we ended that part. Well, we found out that wasn't a darn thing wrong with the starter. It all was at them daggone valves. So I got them things adjusted. Now it'll run, but as soon as it warms up, now it's not wanting to pull. So let me take care of this video. We'll come back with another part and try to take care of this. Pulling part. Y'all have a wonderful day and a better tomorrow. Bye.